Greetings. Today I want to encourage you to stop speaking the language of the poor. You see, there is a language which the poor always utter, such as there is water more than flour. Are they saving for a wet day? Many of us, especially those of us who grew up in the Caribbean, we would have heard our great grandparents and our parents speak this kind of language. And many of us, we have been programmed that way because the very first 7 to 8 years of our lives is where we have been programmed based on the environment we grew up. And so many of us, we speak those kind of language, such as money do not grow on trees. Do you realize that you are walking, talking tree? Your brain is like the root, and the other parts of your body are like the branches and so on. And your deeds are the fruits that you bring forth. And whatever you put in your mind, that is what you will bring forth. So my brother and my sisters, I want to encourage you to start to speak the language of the rich by looking at nature. And say to yourself, just as nature brings forth in abundance, so too my life must bring forth in abundance. Look at the sea and say, since I'm alive, I've never seen the sea gone empty. It always produces its fishes. So too I must produce the good things in my life. Look at nature and say to yourself that I am higher than the animals and I'm higher than everything else because I have mind and thoughts, mind and speech, okay? And I can use my mind to get the things that I desire in this world. So my brother, my sister, I'm encouraging you to live in your rich state, that state of abundance. And it takes a state of mind to live that way. So there are two languages that have been spoken in this world, the language of the poor and the language of the rich. But I want to say to you that you born in this world being rich because you're born with certain mental faculties like your will and your perception, your memory, your reasoning. You're born with the power of intuition. You're born with imagination. As a matter of fact, the creative power that is within you that you can use to achieve your every desire is actually your imagination. It is the metaphysical divine power that you should use to achieve your every desire. And that is why it's very important for you to understand the Bible metaphysically, esoterically, and psychologically. And most people believe the Bible to be literal and secular history. Most of the time, those are the ones who are speaking the language of poverty, the language of lack, the language of the poor. They would say, well, Jesus will provide, God would provide. And most of the time, they are being liars and hypocrites. Because if you do not get up and do the things that you're supposed to do, no one is going to provide for you. No one is going to come and save you. You can fill your trolley with groceries in the supermarket and tell the cashier that Jesus will pay the price. They will call you an idiot. As a matter of fact, they will go and get the security or the police to remove you. Okay, and they will want to put you in a mental institution. However, if that same person goes to church and testify about Jesus and the goodness of Jesus, no one will call that person crazy. Just like a woman, if she put on her underwear and her bra and she walks the street, they're going to say bad things about her. But if she do the same thing walking on the beach, they're not going to say that. So my brother, my sisters, just understand that as you think, so you will speak. And as you speak, so your life will be. So speak a life of abundance and prosperity. Speak a life whereby you understand that your real identity is your divinity. And always look inwardly and understand that everything was first a thought, everything was first an idea, and everything was first imagined. Therefore, use your imagination to create your reality consciously and live your life whichever way you want it to be by start speaking the language of the rich. Always affirm your life how you want it to be. Always trust your inner ability. your creativity, and do not look to no savior or redeemer outside of yourself. You have to redeem yourself. You have to save yourself. How are you going to do that? You have to start by loving yourself, believing yourself, and embracing yourself, and speak your life whichever way you want it to be. And also, do not forget that you must go to bed each night consciously and command those things that you desire, and your genie will definitely grant you your wishes. Also, how you wake up in the morning is very important. And so I would encourage you to wake up an hour or two earlier than you're waking up, and you will live a more productive life, and you'll have a more productive day also if you learn to wake up more earlier. So my brother, my sister, I want to use this moment to just inspire and to encourage you to speak the language of the rich and not the language of the poor. The poor have a certain language that they speak, and it all have to do with the way they think. And these are the people who wants to condemn the world. These are the people who are looking for some man who they believe born 2,000 years ago to come and save them. Also, as I come to a close here, these are the people who want to get off of this planet alive. When all of us came here on this planet through a sleep, but they don't want to leave through that same sleep. Okay? But no one is going to escape death. Only the delusional ones would believe that one of these days they're going to flip out of their body, okay, and go up in the sky. That is such a lie. When you look more deeply, you would realize each and every night that we go to bed, you are slipping out of your body and coming back in your body. This is the earth that you would leave, okay? And everyone would leave this earth to go back to where they came from. You came from God, and you must go back to God. You came from source, you must go back to that source. But while you're here, live your life richly, live your life sumptuously, and command your life whichever way you want it to be. You have the authority. It's called the power of choice. So with that being said, my brother, my sisters, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me, what I'm saying, if it makes sense to you, if it really resonates with you and you haven't subscribed already, I definitely want to encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, and to share this video. Also, if you like to follow me on Instagram, or you like to follow me on TikTok, you can follow me at BlackMadGuru. However, I will definitely encourage you to get my latest book. It's called Spiritual Recipe for Better Living, and you need those recipes to grow spiritually, because you have to understand yourself from every angle, and it's very important for you to understand your life metaphysically and esoterically, because the system have been teaching you to look outwardly and not to believe in your own ability. Also, I definitely encourage you to get a copy for someone else and share the love. But before I come to a close, I want to say to you that if you would like to do a one-on-one with me, you can definitely reach out to me by way of email, and once we come to a decision, we can work together. Also, if you feel strongly led to support this work, I just want to remind you that we have a PayPal, and the link is always down below. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I just want to say peace, love you all, out.